happy Wednesday.
Yay.
Can anyone believe it's Wednesday? It feels like the longest week ever so far. It's
been busy.
It's been an interesting week. I can't believe this time last week we were in Gran Canaria.
I know.
Now we're back home.
And this time next week, Claire will be in whichever destination Claire is going to.
Gran Canaria.
It still sounds like something you need an antibiotic for.
All I know, it was hotter than here, and we got a little bit sunburnt.
Yeah.
Quite crispy.
It was hotter than here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I nearly died here, so don't know.
Not too dramatic.
Are you okay, Peter?
You're still with us. You've managed not to expire in the heat.
Just about, yes.
It's raining now. This is what we know.
Peter, Jill, it's preparation for your trip in November because
That's
as we know that
it's going to be
it's going to be hot.
No. No, my middle name is Elsa.
Yeah, just
wait.
Why? Because you can't let it go.
Cold never bothers me.
Oh dear.
Well, it's been a fun episode.
Yeah. Shortest one ever. I think last week with John on the show as well as Zach. It was so great to see John back.
It was, yes.
It was
such a surprise. And he's having a week away in London this week.
Yeah.
He's away enjoying himself. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Good.
Very much looking forward to hearing what he's getting up to. So should we say hello to everyone that's in the comments? So in first today we have Neil and Karen.
Yay!
Good evening.
Hello, me and Karen.
We have Zach.
Hey,
Nice
Zach.
guy,
Hi,
Zach Brown.
Oh, no, not that guy.
Go on, Jill. He said, "Hi, ho, neighbour."
Heidi ho. I can do. Heidi hi.
Yeah. I'm not
Hey,
sure Zach
Wendy.
knows about Heidi hi.
I'm
but
not
I'll
sure that
educate you
can
later.
respond very well.
I don't think it does.
No.
It's on BritBox. I'll share it with you.
Yeah. I thought you were going to do what's her name, Marge.
Oh.
Okay, homie.
Wrong franchise.
It really wasn't worth it, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to save that for the Universal episode.
I think you should always refer to Peter as homie. Please, dear God, please make that his new name.
Change the
That
name from
said,
the
Heidi
street,
ho,
please.
neighbours.
Anyway, moving on.
Hi, Megan.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
And yes, birthday.
Mark
Hey, Mark.
number one tonight.
Mark number one in tonight.
You're number
How
one.
many are we going to get?
Caleb.
Yay.
Oh.
So there you go.
Oh.
Happy
She put
birthday,
that up
Kathy.
before because we did it
Happy
on
birthday, Kathy.
Facebook.
Yeah. What more could you want for your birthday than to be waffling?
That is true.
Yeah.
With
Hi,
homie.
Neil.
Hi, Neil from
Yay.
Massachusetts.
Yay.
No, I'm not going to sing it.
No.
The day is
Marla.
still.
Hi, Marla.
Yay.
I think you're right, Megan.
yes.
Yeah, longest Wednesday
Yeah.
ever.
Hey, Patricia.
Patricia.
Loving the waffles there. Very good.
This is so funny.
You missed Heather.
What's so funny? The fact that we say hello to everyone.
It's not.
Heather.
It's just so British. It's so there's like this.
What we should do is just wave. I click
There's
through
this
each one and we
polite
just do a
pause
British
between
wave.
each one. Like there's this.
We're just waiting
Hello,
for
Mary.
Ben to click
Little
on the next
presentation of each guest.
Have to be the
Hello.
queen.
That's right.
you
It's
know.
like announcing
Yeah,
Mary.
it's like
It's
through the
It's like the
door.
wait.
It's like the
Yeah,
Disney
it's
cruise
line.
Westminster.
It's the
Yeah.
Disney cruise.
Announcing Marla, Queen of Southern California. Announcing. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Hi, Mary.
And then there's Heather.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Mary is
Oh,
great.
Mary. I already introduced Mary. We already talked about Mary.
Aw.
Did you get your hair cut?
No, I haven't actually, but thank you.
I did.
Aw.
In a slightly different setting than it normally is.
If anyone didn't know, I did as well.
Where?
Oh,
There's no Zach, but
Robert.
Jason's back on.
that's
Yeah.
Robert.
Aw.
What does he prefer?
Don't ask him those questions. It's better we don't know. You don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
But I didn't know the answer.
But we do want to know the answer.
No, we don't want to know the answer to that.
Carlington.
Sorry about
Boddington.
Where?
Up there.
Did you say Boddington?
Sorry, Carlington.
Yeah,
Carling.
Hi.
And we got Dan.
We've got Dan
Dan.
as
Oh, have
well.
we?
Yeah.
It doesn't help when I click and it's like,
And it jumps and it
scrolls
Yeah,
moves.
just come in.
randomly.
Just
Yeah.
come and sit down.
Just the guy next door.
Come on in.
And the
busy.
blokes.
I'm surprised he's
Some
allowed to use the
blokes from
Wi-Fi.
I know.
The blokes from
No,
Stoke
they've been
are in the
messaged
house.
everyone in the house.
Welcome.
Turn your Wi-Fi on.
Hello, Jen.
Hello.
Hello, guys. I know you've
Welcome,
only
guys.
recently come back from Orlando last week.
Yeah.
Not jealous at all. Sneaky week away.
Yeah.
They flew
Hey,
from
if you-
Tui into Melbourne in some very cheap flights.
Well,
Wow.
as
Still not
well.
got-
Really cheap flights at the moment.
Really cheap flights at the
£163 return in.
Did they make you
about a
stand
week.
the whole time?
Do you know what? Even if that was the case, I wouldn't mind.
Well, it'd be just waiting in line for Ratatouille or for
Yeah.
9 hours.
The resistance
Resident
or
Resistance.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
But with
I
better
really
Wi-Fi, really.
Yeah.
And so,
really
ironically, that's why Claire loves flying now, because she discovered that it's the one place she can be where she's guaranteed to have better Wi-Fi than her own home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
It turns out.
Mary, we shall do that for you in future. We can clap
Yeah.
and curtsy and the whole thing if you want.
Someone just needs to hold a microphone and just welcome to.
Well, which
Welcome
one? There's 4 of
Well,
us. We've all got
That is true.
microphones.
Good point.
Robert loves both Jason and Zach.
Oh.
See, that's the right
Love
answer,
it.
Robert. We love you too, Robert.
Robert, you're a crawler.
Dan, you're meant to think that.
Yeah.
He does look good, though.
Oh. I wonder if this hug's going round. Yay.
Perfect
absolutely.
timing. Always
And
spend
then-
your birthday in Disney's the best place to be.
Oh, and Patricia's
I
asking
agree.
what I'm drinking. Well, Patricia, there is a
Water?
story behind this. Well, it may look like water. It isn't.
It's-
So we're clearing the
a
house
glass of
because
gin.
pretty much. So we're having to clear the downstairs of our house because we're having it refloored while we're away on holiday. And we found loads of bottles that had just a little bit in the bottom. So we're having to work through those rather than keep them.
Oh, dear.
So that is some sort of gin. And
That
tonic.
sounds like
Oh,
an
so it is a
excellent
big glass of
excuse
gin.
to drink
No.
Yeah.
all of the
I've
drinks
just
that we've
finished.
got in.
I've just
small
finished the
glass of
bottle.
gin.
Just
That is not a small glass.
Do you know what? There's so many random cocktails that might be made later because I've got little bits of like amaretto and there's all sorts of things out there that we're just like, well, we can't
okay.
throw them
After
away.
the
That
show,
would be
we're going to
wrong.
Claire's.
Yeah.
Yeah, come round. I've got amaretto. I've got Baileys. I've
Oh,
got
like-
all sorts of stuff. So I don't know
Well,
what's
you've
going to
got your
happen.
Irish coffees sorted.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, can't be doing any of that. No.
Now,
So,
so what
yeah.
you want to do with the
It's a-
Baileys is pour it all over ice cream.
In answer
Oh.
to Patricia's question, it's a gin and tonic. Thank you.
But there's no ice.
No, I know.
It
because
was
it's
ice,
hot.
but it
it's
was
melted.
melted.
I can't put ice in it because every time I drink it clinks, and that's not very good when you're on a like. show.
Yeah.
So you're drinking a warm gin and tonic?
It's cold. It was from the fridge.
been in the fridge.
tonic's
I mean,
been in the
cold by
fridge.
British standards.
Yeah.
I won't bore you with the time that my friend mistook Baileys for bay leaves, but
That's a very good.
yes, if you are sent out
Oh.
and told get some bay leaves for tonight's dinner, make sure
you
you
know,
cook
I think I'd
correctly.
rather have Baileys, to be
That
fair.
sounds all right, to be honest with you.
I'd happily trade bay leaves for Baileys.
Patricia is asking, does Paris decorate for Halloween? I presume she means Disneyland Paris. The answer is yes.
Yes.
Yes, they have.
I don't know. They might
Have
decorate
these
the Eiffel
ghosts.
Tower,
But
for
not
Halloween.
yet. Not yet.
No,
It
no,
won't
not
be
yet.
Halloween
No,
until
no.
mid-September, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they have
A
these.
nice normal time for it.
They have the pumpkin men,
They
don't
got
they?
pumpkin men and they have ghosts. They have these plastic
Yeah, they
ghosts
have ghosts.
dotted around.
And they also
Yeah.
have a big cocoa bit in Frontierland.
Yes.
as
Yes, they
well,
do.
which
In
is very cool.
Frontierland looks
Frontierland, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Has all the cocoa theming up.
Sometime we've not been. We've not done.
No, we've not done
only
Halloween,
done Halloween.
or Christmas at Disney.
Well, we've
Anyway,
done early
and
September
Paris.
and it was up then, so yeah.
I'm not going to rush you forwards, but we've got 3 massive things to talk about. Well, 2 massive resorts to talk about tonight, and we're already.
and
We
one
do,
there.
and we're
We've
already 12 minutes
We've
in.
just done like 15 minutes talking about gin and stuff. So shall we?
Sounds like a normal Wednesday, really.
Yeah.
Any day. It's just Wednesday. But
So,
Shall
what are
we
we talking about tonight?
focus. What are we talking about?
So
Kingdom Lodge.
last week we spoke about Pop Century and all of sort of value resorts, and now we're on to somewhere that I think is one of these resorts has become one of our favourites, the Great British Mickey Waffle.
Which one?
And it's going to be Coronado Springs, because I think most of us on screen have stayed there.
Or at least visited.
Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah.
But
Well, was I seeing you, Jill and Homie?
Yeah. we do have three bridges on our list.
Okay.
It's a good one to be on the list.
It does. And also,
And you can practically stay there because they don't close until midnight. So, and get this. When I was recently at Three Bridges, because I am like now a card-carrying member of Three Bridges, they told, and I'm pretty sure they were telling the truth. Zach's still around. He can confirm this. They have a cart. They literally have a cart. Like not a piano cart, but like a golf cart that they use to take people back to their rooms.
Yeah.
When they've had a little too much.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant!
we need to.
I'm so glad I'm staying
And
there.
I feel like one of you has to test this out. Like,
Claire.
Yeah.
I
Do you think they go to French Quarter?
I love
I
that.
don't
Like,
think
you
they
don't
take-
reaction. Claire,
You think they'll
I will
like,
take
deliver us
one
to
for the
Riviera?
Yeah, this is
I
the
will give
question.
it a go.
How far away does your resort have to be for them to do
I
it?
mean,
So,
we'll
right,
take it back to
I live in
French
Windermere.
French Quarter.
Can you take me
We're
back
staying
to
in French
Windermere,
Quarter.
please?
It's like, can they just get us a minivan, a golf cart to the lobby, and then a minivan from it?
And then another golf cart.
Maybe they'll take me to Davenport, Iowa.
Yeah. Oh well, I will give that a go. I will take them to the team, and I'll give it a try.
It'll be such a hardship.
Yeah.
It will. These
Do you
things are
know,
necessary.
all the resorts we talk about tonight are incredible for various of reasons, and not just the food,
Not just their gin,
not
just the gin.
but we can confirm
that they give you a
Gin is
blanket
very
as
nice.
well
Oh wow!
if you're cold.
Blimey.
I can neither
don't-
confirm nor deny still having that blanket. By the way,
If you drink enough gin, you don't need a blanket.
Yeah.
You put your alcohol coat on. I think something that we pointed out when we were chatting on Monday before we were recording. If you go to Three Bridges, you've been to Three Bridges with Carlos, haven't you, Becca?
Yeah,
Yep.
and with Jason.
And with Jason. And Carlos's affectionate name is Ponto Ponto Ponto, which means three bridges.
Three Bridges.
Yeah.
Which
Bridge,
is kind of ironic. So, that's how everyone refers to it.
Yeah.
Jason.
There you go.
So, it's appropriate.
Carlos
that
is
it's
Three Bridges.
Right.
is that it?
Yeah.
Have we-
Just giggle.
have we-
It's that British humour, isn't it?
have we-
It's just
We found it funny. It doesn't matter
We
if
did,
or
yes.
not.
I was waiting.
I took
we
it
were
with
laughing for about 15 minutes from that.
Yeah, we did.
Oh dear.
I was waiting for the punchline. So, are we starting at Coronado, or are we gonna? I mean, since
I
we're
think we
talking
should
about.
start
Well,
where
we're
Might as
there.
well.
We might as
Might
well.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
there are so many.
And I
Tell
think
us-
it's also
tell us
important for
what
those
to
who
order.
have stayed at Coronado Springs, say a decade ago or even 5 years ago. It's a very different place than
Yes.
Yeah.
than now. Not only like literally in terms of where you go to check in, because you don't that area that was used for the main check-in area is now kind of this beautiful lobby workspace area. And everyone checks in at the Grand Casino Tower now. Unless you do the mobile check-in, which is what reasonable human beings do, so they don't have to actually interact with anyone. So then you don't have to go to the front. Then you straight to your room, right?
And there's always a
Or
long
straight to
queue.
Three Bridges and then your room.
Yeah.
Right.
There's always a long queue.
Then
Anyway, even with the mobile check-in, we found it's just open your phone. It tells you what room you go to, and just go there.
I like to talk to people.
I don't mind.
I like
as much
chocolate.
as You.
But I don't. I mean, you can talk to
Yeah.
people. That's fine. There's a security guard, nice security guard out front. You can talk to.
Yeah, talk to him.
He's nice. There's the
I think
the bellman.
after a long
that's nice
flight,
to talk
you've
to.
got there. I want to get to my room and
Yeah.
go to bed sometimes.
No, dude, you can't
Not get to
sleep, man.
bed.
You got to go out.
I just
Maybe
don't want
it's
to talk to anyone on the way. Thank you.
I just want to dump off my bags and then go and get something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's
but that's the thing. There's so many more options now to eat.
Yeah, though there are. Yeah. Yeah.
Lots of options. You don't just have Rick's and then like the assorted places down there in the food court. You've got, depending on the time of day, you've got Dahlia Lounge upstairs. You've got Toledo upstairs. You've got Three Bridges out in the Lago Dorado area. It's a great place. What's the other sit down restaurant that I've never been to?
Maya
Grill.
Maya Grill.
Has that any good?
It doesn't have a good reputation, no.
But if we never go, I feel like one of us has to take one for the team and go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
doing
I'm doing the gin cart, so someone else can do that.
By the time you finish that, it won't matter.
Yeah.
Right? I won't be able to tell you what Maya Grill's like after that.
Probably, yeah.
You've got to somehow get there. Actually, you've got the golf cart. They can take you.
Yeah. So we were talking about Coronado Springs the other day, and we think we've invented a new category, haven't we, of resort?
Oh, what did we call it?
Was it Modelux or?
Yeah. Because it's,
how would you spell that, Jill?
Deloderate?
Yeah, I think that's a lot. Yeah, that
Modelux.
It sounds like you're naming consulting firms.
Or construction firms, one of the two.
Yeah.
But it feels, as a resort, it doesn't feel like a moderate, particularly in the tower. It feels more than that. The rooms in Grandisino Tower are, they're a good size. Yeah. They're well set out. There's so much space and storage in them compared to some of the other moderates. And even compared to some of the deluxes, they're just better put together.
And even the regular rooms as well, because we stayed there in 2016 before the tower was built, and then we stayed there again in 2019, and we stayed in the same block, and the rooms changes amazing, incredible.
Amazing.
Wasn't it kind of designed, the tower? Wasn't it kind of designed because it's a conference center and all the posh bosses want somewhere really nice to stay,
which doesn't cost the
Which doesn't cost.
Is that how we refer to Claire now, as the posh boss?
Yeah.
That seems.
You said it.
Oh, poor Claire.
Oh no, don't pull Claire. It's fine. I own that. That's all right.
She's gonna wear that like a gin coat.
I have no issue with that.
Is the concierge level? Is the concierge? I know the concierge is the whole. What do they call that? It's not the
lounge.
What do they call it? The lounge level.
Club level.
Yeah, the club level. Thank you very much. Those who have stayed there know is the club level reopened. Is the club because that is something I want to experience.
I don't think it has yet. I know there are some resorts where there has been a couple of that have reopened, but
because according to some people I know and it's like one of the best club level deals on property and fantastic space.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. Like really, like the fact that it's a moderate resort with a club level at all.
Yeah.
Is kind of cool, right?
I couldn't class it as a moderate resort anymore.
Ben, don't say these words out loud. What are you doing?
No, start charging more.
It's not like Chapek listens to this.
He doesn't. He can hear you.
Listen to everything.
He knows all.
The hills have ears.
Like
Hold on. There's a club level.
They hear everything.
There's a club level in Sequoia Lodge in Paris, and that's a moderate.
Yeah, but it's not. That's not club level.
Quite
Coronado.
No.
So that's
Marla says club level is booking for September and October, and Zach says it's called the Kronos Club.
Okay.
Because I know Animal Kingdom Lodge has just reopened its club level for DVC members recently.
Nice.
And for DVC members. I have stayed in whatever they called the club level back like 10 years ago at Animal Kingdom Lodge. I know we're not talking about Animal Kingdom Lodge yet, but
let's talk about club level.
Yeah.
I have done that.
So, is it anything to do with time then? In the club level,
Kronos.
The Kronos Club. That Kronos is time, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't.
Clocks and things like that.
I mean, wait. Yeah, it would make sense because of the whole Destino connection. Of course, it's the Kronos Club. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I'm glad I got there actually before Zach put that comment in. Thank God.
Okay.
He would have been. Jason, remember your homework.
Just want to say hello to Lloyd.
Hello.
And Michelle snuck in as well there somewhere.
Yes,
She
on
did.
YouTube.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
But yeah, we know Will Smith listens. So.
Yeah.
Well, he's not doing much at the moment.
So
let's not
certainly not allowed
got
to.
much work.
Let's not talk about that. Let's move on. So we talked. Patricia a while back asked what our favourite thing to eat at Three Bridges was. Wow, where do you start?
Yeah, where do you start?
I think starts with this video.
Actually, you know what? I'll go in for it. Gotta get a little. I'll try to get some hummus. Come on, baby. Is this the hummus?
That's the hummus. It's all stretched. It's bad enough. These cheeks are bad enough. Like, seriously, you gotta stretch them out.
That's what happens when someone sends a portrait video through.
That's so funny.
But I don't think we saw
hummus. That was the curry hummus.
The curry hummus is nice.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And the cheesy thing as well. I can't remember what it's called. Cheese dips, nice.
Last week,
the corn dip.
Guess what?
Last
week, I said to them, I would like some extra crisps, extra like tortas, things with the hummus. And they said they were out of them.
Oh.
Yes. What? Yes. How? I don't know. They're out of them. So I said, wait a second. I have a case of these at home. If I go home and get the case, I'll bring you the case. If you just give me the recipe for the curry hummus.
They go for it.
No, they didn't go for it. So I didn't get them any tortas either.
You should have taken it to go. You should have got the hummus to go and then eaten it when you got home with your crisping.
That's a good idea.
It shouldn't be too difficult to work out.
There you are.
I think Mary's right. Every time we've been to Three Bridges, everything we've had.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I had the same main both times I went.
But I think we tried nearly everything on the menu last time.
We tried all the starters.
The corn dip.
Okay, the things that here, it's easier to talk about the things that you can skip.
Guacamole.
Right? You don't need the guacamole. The guacamole is fine. There's nothing special about the
guacamole.
But that's because you don't usually eat it.
Yeah. Probably, yes.
Right. So it's not bad. I'm just saying that if you're gonna get guacamole, like go to a Mexican place and actually get guacamole. Like, get proper guacamole. It's fine. There's just nothing to write home about, frankly. I think you could probably. I'm not a huge. Some people love the pork tacos. I'm not a huge fan of the pork tacos. I think when they're a little bit on the dry side. It's not my favorite thing there. But people like, I don't know, nice guy Zach Brown tend to order it, so whatever. I think that the. Let me think if there's anything else that's you can avoid. The desserts are fine. You don't you're not going to miss anything if you don't get the desserts.
It's not a place that I would have the dessert. I think I'd rather have
load up
so
on
much
the
else on the menu.
appetizers.
Yeah, load up. But basically, yeah, you should really. I mean, other than guacamole, I would just say yes to all the appetizers. The huaca. It sounds like you're clearing your throat, but just say when they say, "What would you like?" Oaxaca dip, please.
Yeah.
Oaxaca.
That's it.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
what I said. Oaxaca dip, and you get that. And
We
you
were
get
there
the corn,
yesterday.
You get the corn dip.
Corn dip.
And you
Corn
get the
dip.
hummus.
Yep, corn dip.
And you ask for extra tortoise. Not tortoises, tortoise. And then you. What am I missing? There's something else in there.
Yeah, one for you, Claire, and Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a good place to eat if you're veggie or vegan. There's so many options, which you can't say about some of the other places. So yeah, I agree.
Yep.
The entree menu not so vegetarian friendly. It has. I'm trying to think.
I had the poke bowl without any protein.
Oh, without the fishy.
The shrimp.
Yeah,
or anything
it's
on
good,
it.
because a pokeless poke bowl is great.
Did they not do anything like tofu with it or something?
No, there's no protein.
They do chicken or shrimp or I think you can have.
There's no chicken.
Yeah, there is.
No, it's shrimp it's shrimp or tuna, or you can get both. Sometimes you can get both. Be adventurous and they're like, I want both. We'll do both.
Are we just going to
sometimes
watch
they'll have salmon.
you argue tonight?
They do not have chicken poke bowls. They have chicken.
Why did you argue?
Look it up. They have chicken curry bowls. They have chicken curry, which is amazing.
Chicken curry is amazing. I can vouch for that.
I still like the burger.
chicken poke bowls. That doesn't even make sense. The Hawaiians are laughing at us right now.
Hello, Marcus. Marcus has jumped in. Hello, Marcus.
Hi, Marcus.
What is this nonsense, Marcus? Do they have chicken poke bowls at Three Bridges? Maybe they do, and my brain just refuses to accept that as
I'm
reasonable.
hoping Ben's looking it up at the moment.
He is looking it up.
Or she's looking it up.
So
We all want to know the result.
The lamb
Pokeball
chops
has tuna or shrimp.
Okay.
Yeah, you got Pokeball. Tuna or shrimp.
I don't know. I only go there like every week.
Right.
They have the lamb chops are like the little lamb lollipops. They're incredible for you vegans out there. I'm sorry that I described it that way, but it's true. The burger is good. It's not Steakhouse 71, but it's good.
Possibly rate it just above.
Like I said, the chicken curry is good. But it's a great place. I know we don't want to spend the entire show at Three Bridges, but I would.
Wouldn't be a bad thing.
So what other things are there to discover at Coronado Springs?
They've got a couple of pools. They've got a really nice. They've got a good
dig
pool,
site,
which is
dig
site, and then
slides. And
they've got
it's quite well set out, and there's lots of space around it. So
little playground there.
It's a little bit of a walk from the tower, but it's
but not terrible.
Yeah.
And it's a really nice resort just to walk around.
It's a better walk now that they've got the bridges.
Because before you had to walk all the way around.
Yeah.
But you've got that little beach area over by the
hammocks.
Right over by the not the casitas, the other side, the
other bit, the Mexican
ranchos.
No, not the ranch. Oh my god,
the other one.
The yes.
It's the Mexican bit.
Zach, help me out. Isn't that nice? It's lovely. That was around sunset.
I think I fell out of that hammock.
I think you fell out of that hammock as well.
Yeah, they have.
I don't think it was that exact one, to be fair.
I would say the cabanas. Thank you, Marla. I would avoid the ranchos or rancheros or wherever they got rancho. I think that area is just.
Yeah.
It's dry. It feels like you're living in the desert. It's all the way on the other side of the resort. It's pretty. Walk through it. It's lovely to walk around. The resort is incredible for walking around or running if you do that sort of thing. But it's a really nice area. I don't think any resort's going to be the next Skyliner resort, but that's my home.
It would be a nice way to link up with Animal Kingdom, but who knows?
I think did Megan mention about the internal bus stops? That is a bit.
Yeah, it's.
Do you know what? I have to admit, I think it's. We've been there 3 times now.
Yeah, blimey.
And we've never had any issues with the buses.
No, it's a bit of a faff sometimes, depending on which stop you're staying at.
Yeah.
Because either you're going to be driving around the whole resort, or you're probably going to have to stand, depending on what time of the day you're.
Right. Well, if you go early, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, Destino Tower is the first stop to collect and to drop off. So if you're there,
it's your best place to be.
It's easy.
And Zach's right. If you're not staying in the tower, I think casitas are the best because then you feel like you're in that one section, that one area, you feel like you're staying on Melrose Place.
It's gorgeous, and they've got some lovely fountains and quiet spaces over in casitas as well.
Yeah.
And Heather Locklear might be there.
You never know.
You never know.
Heather be thy name.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking Wayne's World as well.
You can bust out your Garth impression. Yeah.
Oh, it's impressions evening. Excellent. We got Garth. We got Garth. Anything else? I think you're right though, Ben. It's become a favourite, hasn't it? Just because it's price point is extremely reasonable in terms of in comparison to the deluxe resorts, and you get so much in terms of the setting, the food options. The Barcelona Lounge is fantastic. So that they do great
Barcelona Lounge.
They do great coffees. They apparently sell some gin in the evening.
They do.
They do.
But it's beautiful. It does get quite loud in there, but
it's even prettier at Christmas when they have the Christmas tree up in there.
Yeah.
It's Gaudi sort of theming, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Gaudi was the
architect in Barcelona.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say the rooms, from what I've seen online, the newly decorated rooms, they've got a little touch of Three Caballeros.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. It's very
got
subtle.
Picture on the wall.
Very subtle, but
it's a silhouette, though, isn't it?
I think you notice it more the Three Caballeros side of it in the rooms around the outside, not the ones that are in Destina Tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can never get enough Three Caballeros.
Absolutely.
And there's not much of a price difference between the tower and the rooms,
the outside rooms.
And it's
both
worth
are
paying
lovely to
extra
stay
for the
in.
tower.
Yeah.
If you can.
And the lifts in the tower are weird as well, because you don't.
They are. They're a bit strange.
What's weird?
You pick the elevator. You pick your floor before you go.
And it tells
you where the arrows go.
Yeah.
Where am I going?
Yeah, no, but we have that at work. Yes.
I'm incredulous now. Like I audibly, I'm sure I irritate the other people who are about to get in the elevator. But if I push the button and it'll say like, "Oh, elevator D," I'm going to like 16th floor, right?
Yep.
And then someone else pushes, I don't know, whatever floor they're going on, and it says, "Oh, elevator D." I'm like, "There's no one else here. It's 3 in the afternoon."
Yeah.
What? Come on! Don't tell me there's there's another elevator available for this person. Don't put this person in my elevator.
Yes,
smart or not so smart elevators.
Yes, we have those at work. My problem at work is I work on the 11th floor, so every time I press 11 and it comes up with B, having been on the Disney Cruise Line, I want to do a little dance because when you go to bingo,
when you go to bingo,
you have to do the B11 dance
because 11 is once
in Spanish, so it's B once. So if you get B11 on the bingo on the ship,
I feel like I was missing something.
I was going to say I play bingo, and we've never done that. But then most of the people I play bingo with would have never heard of
like
bingo.
A weird vertical.
Have you played it on the cruise though?
No, I'm usually the one calling out the numbers.
Right, yeah. It's,
on the cruise?
Very different.
Not on the cruise.
When did you get a job?
Like, ma'am, we're going to need you to stop calling out.
There you go. Mary's done it. Yep.
The B11 dance. Yeah, B11, B11.
Oh, this
all
is
the cast members suddenly rush
section.
to the front and do the B11 dance. It's crazy.
Okay, all I can say is anyone new joining us tonight, I do apologise for what's happening to our regular programming.
Oh, there is a regular programming? So
let's say hello to Karen. Karen St. Pierre.
Hi, Karen.
No, thanks, Dan. So they
take a lot.
Yeah, I just stand back. I push the button. Now what I do, I push the button, and then I wait to see who am I going to be sharing the elevator with, and then I'm choose. No, you go on.
Seriously.
You leave me behind. It's fine. And then I'll wait till they're gone. And
I always hate it when it's when you've got and there's someone in front of you with loads of bags.
And
you end up sharing, and you get in there. It's like, I'm like first in queue. I'm in there. It's like they're trying to fit 25 bags in with you. And it's not going to work.
You're small, right? You can like cinch up.
Yeah, I like my space.
So, we talked about Dahlia. We didn't talk about Dahlia. There's Dahlia Lounge up on the 16th floor. Opens at 5 p.m. Used to open at 4:30, but apparently that's not allowed anymore. So now this opens at 5. And Toledo also, the restaurant upstairs also opens at 5 p.m.
That looks nice.
Love
Toledo. It is a lovely restaurant. Get the cheese board or the charcuterie. Although you can always get it in Dahlia if you can't get a seat or a table.
Yeah, we've never had trouble. Every time we've looked at Toledo, it's always had good reservation availability.
Right.
So Toledo is a signature restaurant, which might be why.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do you know? Do they put like that? There's no
it's on the app.
Because it's living expensive.
It says, oh.
And it says on the app.
Interesting.
I would class it. I don't know.
I wouldn't call it signature level dining, though.
No.
It's kind of in between.
I think it's like a Steakhouse 71 level. That's how I think of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Would it be 2 credits on the old dining plan? Because if it's 2 credits on the old dining plan,
it's immaterial, I think, Peter, because I don't think the old dining plan existed. So
no, but people have that as a reference point, though.
They do, yeah.
You know,
I think it was.
I think it would have been. Probably people would compare it to Boathouse, so that was signature. So.
Interesting.
But it has some amazing views of the fireworks.
does. It does.
I think any
Magic
view
Kingdom
along the top
really
of...
is the best. And you actually it opens to both sides. It's not exactly positioned really well to see the Epcot fireworks, but Magic Kingdom on the one side of the room, you can see the fireworks pretty nicely. Isn't that
nice.
Lovely.
No, I miss it.
Just see 3 bridges right in the middle. I remember when that wasn't there.
See, now that's a nice structure to have in the middle of a lake.
Yeah.
Take note, Epcot.
Yes.
It doesn't detract
If they only serve,
from the rest.
you know what?
I'm slightly concerned they're going to put tacos
Here's
in
the
there
thing.
now.
If they serve,
There's
if
already
they serve
tacos
that,
in there, they serve them.
if they serve that curry hummus from the tacos in World Showcase Lagoon, I'd be okay with. I'd be like, fine, okay.
I'll
You're
deal with it
now
then.
doing some good in the world.
What they need to do is have someone go around on a jet ski, sort of bringing
Dropping
food.
off
Oh yeah, little
food.
jet ski service. Yeah. What could go wrong? They have those kite tails guys, right? Just bring them back.
Drone them in.
They're not doing
Drone it
anything.
in. Simple.
Right.
Shall we move on to the other resort? that
Go
we're talking
down the
about?
street.
Yeah.
So if you missed the turn for Coronado, you just keep going,
And you're going to end up.
and you'll eventually make your way to Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yay.
Okay.
We're starting with Jambo, or are we starting? What do we?
Should we go for
Well,
Jumbo as it's the
yeah.
closest one? It's the first one you
You
get.
call
the
it
first.
Jumbo.
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 It is fairly jumbo.
Jumbo
Jumbo,
House.
Jumbo.
Yes, it's quite
Jumbo.
big.
Yes.
Oh, it's Christmas at Jumbo.
Oh, wow.
Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a
That
lovely
tree
lobby.
really shows the scale of how tall that lobby is.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, it's a massive lobby. And it's on par with Wilderness Lodge in terms of its that sort of reveal when you walk through the door and you pass under the sort of main that sort of bridge that's right there, and then you kind of come out into the. It's almost like walking into a cathedral.
And actually, I think the reveal is better when the Christmas tree is not there. That
Because you got that big picture.
the big window,
Yeah.
the savannah outside, the expansive space,
And it smells really good in there.
and it smells amazing.
We need to go there during the day because we've tended to only go there during the evening because we've been there to eat. And so you miss seeing the view.
Yeah.
I have to admit, when we first walked in, it didn't hit us the same way that Wilderness Lodge did. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it didn't hit us the same way.
But I think that's partly because it was dark. And I think by the look of it, you need to see it in the light.
I
There
think
were
it is
lights
more
on, you could
impressive.
see it.
Yeah.
I think it's more impressive during the day again because of the light that giant window at the other end of the lobby. It's really lovely. It kind of brings the outdoors in, and it's a dark space because of the wood. It's a dark space to begin with, so at night, without the Christmas tree, I think it really could feel smaller and less I don't know, impressive than it would during the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're going to go there for the food, that's a good reason to go.
That's
Oh,
a good enough
absolutely.
reason
Yeah.
to go.
So many great food options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've eaten at Gico.
have
We've
eaten
eaten
at
that.
Yeah,
We have,
and
yes.
we loved it.
Yeah.
And we've eaten at Boma, where we got served by a lovely CM called Sam, whose badge said he was from Casablanca. We spent the whole evening going, "Don't say it, don't say it."
He's called
you
the
finally
Sama.
say
Yeah, well, we asked him what his name really was, and it's Osama,
Yeah.
Okay.
but he's from
Yeah.
Casablanca. Yeah.
So, yes, we thought no.
But you did
everybody
ask
mu-
him to play it again at
No,
some
we
point.
thought everybody
No,
must
we
ask
didn't.
him.
No?
No,
Come
no,
on.
No.
Everybody must ask him that.
What? That's what you get.
Aw.
I
Gico is
think
on
we
our
said-
list of restaurants to go to next time.
Yeah.
It's terrific. We
We're over
really
there.
loved it. Yeah.
Gico's
It's very
fantastic.
unique restaurant.
And
It is.
and the secret is that if you because it is difficult to get an ADR there. If you don't get an ADR there, then you can go to the lounge, the Cape Town Lounge, which is the best lounge on property. I'll say it again, and you can order off the full menu at the lounge.
Oh, okay.
and it's a small lounge, but there's almost always space either at the bar or the little tables there. And or you can ask for a seat at the cooking place, which is what they call the counter. It's Chico, the cooking place, but if you ask for a seat at the cooking place, it's like the open kitchen seating, the counter seating there, which is a first come first serve thing. You cannot reserve space there. You have to just walk up. So there's almost always a space there as well, and then you get a show, and you can talk to the Peters of the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Homies in the kitchen.
Homie, yeah, they really actually like it if you call them that too.
I'm sure.
Homie, what you cooking?
But
like
I love the way that the lighting cycles through the different stages of a day on the savannah over your meal. So yeah, in Gico, the lighting changes as you're sat there, and it goes from sunrise to sunset.
I think those are just the drinks, Jill.
I don't remember that.
Also, you have to be there all day.
It
the
does.
light changes.
It does. Yeah.
No,
It does. Yeah.
It does officially. The light changes.
Yeah.
It cycles through lights.
Yeah.
And it's meant to represent a day
Like
on
Caesar's Palace in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly like Caesar's Palace. Just like it. Mm-hmm. Except the Sammy there is Sammy Davis, and Sammy here is Sammy from Casablanca.
I just say Boma is also a great restaurant, but if you like a buffet, it's so much choice on that menu.
We've only been there for breakfast, but
breakfast is a joke. Brilliant. You got to go for dinner.
I don't know.
The dinner options are incredible, and everyone goes on crazy about the zebra domes. I'm not that bothered about them, but
if you're gonna get a snack, the Marla brownie at Mara.
Yeah, Nyla brownie
at Mara.
Oh, what is that?
Peanut butter.
It's peanut butter and chocolate.
Oh my gosh, how have I never had that?
So it's a Mickey head brownie.
It's a cookie. It's a bit like the
the Jack.
I may have changed it slightly.
Yeah.
Since
I would just scrape the peanut butter off the top.
Yeah, it's
really
amazing.
nice.
That looks really
delicious.
sickly.
It's amazing.
It probably is really sickly, but
You're on holiday.
I like sickly food weirdly. Anything that's kind of overly creamy and sweet.
Oh well.
Jill said, what was it? The watermelon rind salad?
Yes. I'm not normally the sort of person that gets excited about salad, but the watermelon rind salad was really, really good. So tasty, really fresh and zingy and just lovely.
And there's a huge variety, and I think Boma, it is great.
Karen, they missed a trick. They should have called them that.
Well, there we are.
You'll find those probably in Animal Kingdom next.
But there's some really cool artifacts and stuff around the lobby of Jambo House. There's some really cool corners to go, and some seating and places to hang out. And if you want to do some work while you're there, you could. But there are lots of places that you can hide away in corners for a little while, and it's a beautiful, beautiful space. And that's before you even go outside.
Yeah.
They use. I think. I don't know if there's. I don't know if they've started the tour back up or not. They may have, because the tour at Wilderness Lodge is going now. So they may have started up. But I've done this tour. It's long. It's been 10 years since I've done the tour. But it's exactly what Mary's saying. They take you into the Gico space, and then they take you into the Boma space. They actually have let you eat some food, which is great. And they'll tell you. Yeah, they'll talk all about like the things that are represented there and what inspires what, and and it is free. I think they used to do it at like 4 p.m. or something like that.
So don't they do a wine tasting or something as well?
Yeah.
Because
they just call that Victoria Lounge.
Okay.
Which is it's a nice lounge. Victoria Lounge is a nice lounge, but it's not the right lounge to go to. You want to keep going downstairs and over into Cape Town.
Not the lounge you're looking for.
Cape Town Lounge has the most extensive selection of South African wines, like outside of South Africa. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And apparently, Jason says it's got the best bathrooms as well.
The bartenders are amazing. But there's a South African gin there, which I can never remember the name of.
It's very nice.
It's incredible.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, that's a dark picture. But that's the lounge area.
Okay, yes, I recognize.
Not massive, but it's very, very nice.
It's nice. Yeah, it's a nice little space. There is a party room behind that, like the wines were on the wall there. There's a little private room behind there too, which I assume you can rent out.
Sure.
Wanyama tour. Was that what they called it? The Wanyama tour.
That's the one where you go out on the savannah.
On safari.
Yeah.
And then and then they bring you to eat the things that you saw. Right.
That's the one.
Right. It's like Coral Reef.
Right.
I'll
have that.
Remember I don't think they do it anymore, but the nighttime safari.
Yeah.
Which they gave you sort of night vision goggles, which you couldn't see much out there.
They used to just do that out. They used to do that on the lookout at the savannah as well, but they don't.
Don't they still do
anymore
that?
either.
They don't do.
No,
No?
I think COVID kind of stopped all that. But they used to be able to go out and get the night vision goggles, and the guides that are out there, the cast member guides, would tell you exactly what you're seeing. The thing is, they do actually put the animals in a different area overnight, so you don't see a huge amount. But they do have the open fire pit with s'mores and marshmallows like they have in some of the other resorts, which is what you need in the middle of August to keep you warm. But Peter and Jill, that might work for you if it's cold.
You never know.
You can go warm your hands, like
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Mary says Gigo has the biggest wine selection. That's because the Cape Town Lounge is the bar for Gigo. And then there's that place up the street.
Yeah, the place with the weird parking. Because you have to park. I mean, you park on
just
just park underground.
Yeah, don't like it.
Okay.
See, Kidani's lovely. The one thing I will say about it is that it could use a quick service restaurant.
Yeah, from staying there.
It's got Sonar, which is
great.
It's a brilliant restaurant.
But they have added a small breakfast menu to Sonar.
Then they've got a small on-the-go kind of breakfast menu. But if you arrive late, the only option for food is either a sit-down restaurant or to-go menu.
Or you could walk up to Jambo.
Or walking over to Jambo. Yeah. And after a 9-hour flight, that's not always...
Lloyd, you're a nightmare.
Nice.
Lloyd.
Maybe that was Emma. Maybe that wasn't Lloyd. Who knows?
It's true.
It could have been.
I think it was Lloyd. The pool bar has food at Kidani. That's useful.
But it's closed. It closes
6 o'clock.
about 6ish.
6?
Right.
Yeah, 6, 7ish. If you're on a late flight,
PM.
if you're on a later flight over there, there's not a lot of food options for Kidani.
Well,
without going all the way over to Jambo.
You have to go to Sonar, which
Yeah.
It's no hardship. Let's face it.
Yeah,
And
you can get to
lounge.
go.
The lounge
You
is
can lounge. You
right?
get to go. You could. Right.
Or the best thing next to Sonar, it's nothing to do with food.
It's the best.
the bathrooms.
on property.
Yes.
It is.
It really is.
Not really, but
Yeah.
I think the best bathrooms are at Cape Town. If you haven't used the bathrooms at Cape Town, then you can't compare it.
Anyway.
You can't compare it. So.
Let's go do a little bathroom tour. In terms of Kidani, is it mainly DVC or is it?
It's all DVC.
Okay, so that
Where in
But you
Jambo
can hire
you've
them,
got
can't
four. You've got 4 floors in Jambo.
Yeah, you can
where one is
you can still book
DVC.
rooms.
You can
there
still
even.
book them.
book
there's
them,
just
Yeah.
I think there's like 25% or 10% are regular rooms.
Okay.
And this is the studio we stayed in, which is in Kidani.
Nice. Yeah, I love the colours.
This was the view in the morning.
Before you. Oh, I thought you meant the other one was the view in the morning. I was like, Ben, you were up early.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, cool.
The Savannah View rooms in Kidani are really far away from the lobby, though. They're a trek. And I believe in Jambo House they're a little bit closer, but don't quite be on that.
So what's the price difference between...
Sorry, Becca, was that meant to be a joke?
No, they're a complete trek.
It's like with no animals.
We timed it once. I think how long did it take us to get from our room to the lobby?
Oh, it took you ages, didn't it? I remember
took ages.
It was about 10 minutes.
11 minutes.
I had to speed it up for the vlog.
Wow.
It was, yeah.
And the only downside of
The
Animal
review was
Kingdom,
good.
well, as we're talking like a slight downside, the only other thing that we did have problems with at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and our only hesitation in future is this.
The bus exhaust sound?
The bus transportation's a bit...
Yeah. It's the worst experience.
Hit and miss, yes. I was going to say dodgy, but it's, hit and miss.
It's
either... It's also the most affordable of the deluxe resorts. So
that's what I was going to ask. So from a pricing standpoint, what's the spread? What's the difference between Animal Kingdom Lodge and Coronado Springs Tower or the other rooms?
I have a feeling Tower's not far off.
Like and it probably depends on the season and so forth. But I feel like for my money, especially if I had a vehicle, I'd be staying at Coronado if I had to choose between the two.
And when you want food, and you can go to even more
I'd
food
recommend
options.
a vehicle if you were staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yeah.
Rather than relying on
or
bus
Coronado,
services.
really.
Or Coronado.
Because you can rely on the bus service, no problem. But you could even from Coronado, you could effectively walk to Epcot probably just as quickly as you could wait for the bus.
See, that's strange because every time we've gone from Coronado to Magic Kingdom, it's always been 10 minutes.
That's if you catch the bus right at time. Yeah, if the bus is right there. Yeah, but I'm saying you have to wait. You have to wait for the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a quick. Coronado is really centrally located, and it's right by right by World Drive, so you can kind of zip to any of the parks pretty quickly. But I think for convenience sake, Coronado. I mean, I think I would stay at Coronado because the food options, it's probably slightly more affordable. You can just drive down the street to Jambo and go to any of the restaurants there. You'd be there in 3 minutes, 4 minutes. If you're Claire, 30 seconds.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The mini rides. That's right. The minis.
Yeah.
Right.
The only thing is, I couldn't then afford to eat at Gico.
That's right.
If I got a minivan,
it costs you the same price.
What is it? Is it like $28? What's the price of a?
It's
too much.
Crazy. Yeah.
Isn't it like $28 or something? And they also do they do the demand pricing, the surge pricing thing too, right? So
because he's Lyft.
So if you're trying to get a mini right when the park's closing or something, you're going to be paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
Better off.
Can we say hello to Anna Louise, who's popped in and said hello?
Hi, Anna.
Hello.
Hi, Anna.
You don't have to use her. You don't have her middle name. It's just Anna.
She's not in trouble.
Who's Anna? Oh, Anna.
Anna Louise.
Yeah.
Why are you so late?
I only call her that when she's meant to be
in trouble.
A drink.
Yeah. Balcony.
The balcony.
Yeah.
And Mary's saying Animal Kingdom Lodge is the best value point per value.
Yeah.
Value per point.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
DVC. If you're renting DVC points or you
even if you're using them, if you're an owner as well,
Yeah.
I think it's on par with Old Key West.
Yeah, very
Oh,
similar.
I choose Old Key West every day.
Would you?
Yeah, I love Old Key West. We haven't got there yet in our series of resorts, but I absolutely love that resort. I would choose
Is that because of the word "old" in it? No, I mean like OG, like original, like it's like.
Don't try and justify
classic.
it, I'm not doing there.
I don't know what you're inferring.
Burn.
You're digging yourself a greater hole, don't you, Jason?
Oh, this whole.
He knows.
This whole goes to the centre of the earth. It can't go.
It's deep.
Are we
Jason,
filling it
you're
in
an
now?
American. You think 100 years is old?
Yeah.
We think. No, don't even get me started.
Yeah.
Yeah. 305 points at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Did you just stay there all year?
4 years.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. Like, so that's
That
something.
means like you can.
It depends on what room you're in. But
and the time of year and all that stuff, right?
3 weeks.
And the hour of the day, and
I think about 3 weeks stay. I think you could probably
like a one bedroom for 3 weeks.
Studio.
Yeah. Wow.
Studio
for
3 weeks.
Really good. And they do have a couple of really cheap rooms on.
Yeah, they have value options where.
Yeah, which is one of the few that have that, but they go so quickly.
And there's only about
half a dozen of them.
It's a little bit where they've converted the regular hotel rooms into DVC. There's a few slightly smaller.
Just shove a coffee machine in.
Aren't they a part Savannah room as well? Part Savannah view as well.
Yeah,
and
a lot of the standard rooms at DVC Jambo are part Savannah view, just because the way.
If you stay in the tower, if you stay in Grand Casino Tower, and you're on the right side of the building, and you kind of squint your eyes a little bit, you also get a Savannah view.
You also get a mountain view.
That's true.
You can see Everest.
That's true. That's true too.
Yeah.
There's so many things to see from the tower.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So what else can you do?
Okay, Mary, if I need any points, I know
we know who we're coming to.
I feel like Mary's like the Oprah of DVC push. Like, you get a point and you get a point. You get a point.
Yeah, Mary's DVC.
Everybody loves Aunt Mary now.
Right. So if you were to choose, and finance was no option, in terms of it doesn't matter, they're all the same price.
Yep.
Jason, you said you would choose Coronado. What about other people?
Well, if finance isn't an option, isn't an option, you see, I do dig me some concierge level, the club level experience at Jambo House. And if finance is no option, well, then I can just take the mini. I'm going to be calling it a mini every time, everywhere I want to go. I want to go to Magic Kingdom, I'm getting a mini. I want to go to Epcot, I'm getting a mini. That'd be a different story.
Every time you say mini, I keep thinking of the small car.
Yeah, I know.
Instead of the minivan.
Yeah.
I mean, they are something.
Yeah.
So cute. And then nippy.
I mean,
so great.
For that price, I would expect Minnie to actually drive me in a Mini.
Yeah.
I know, but you also get whatever music. They have all the Disney music,
and you get a cast member to drive you around.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and they'll take you right up to the front. None of this nonsense. Like in Magic Kingdom, they take you up to where the buses drop off. You don't have to like drop off with the riffraff over at the TTC.
Yep.
That's interesting, Mary, that the Animal Kingdom Lodge is the only DVC you can get concierge with points. So that's interesting if you were going to go and do concierge level.
Okay.
Is that true? So you can't get concierge level at like Poly with points?
No.
There's not.
They they have a normal concierge level, but
you have to pay cash for it.
So can you top up your DVC? Or do you have to pay for the whole thing?
You have to pay for the whole thing.
Well, that's ridiculous.
You could rent out your DVC points and then top it up with cash.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sneaky.
But that's convoluted and annoying. So
yeah,
it's like if we wanted to use our points for Disneyland Paris, you can do it, but it's very expensive.
It's cheaper and works out better value to rent the points out.
For a 2-week stay in Walt Disney World will cost roughly the same points as 4 nights in Disneyland Paris.
I am unsurprised.
Yeah.
So yeah, what about you, Peter and Jill? Animal Kingdom Lodge or Coronado? If money's no object and you don't have to worry about the finance.
Go on, Jill.
It is a tricky one. As I say, I haven't really seen Animal Kingdom Lodge in the daylight. So I think I would take the opportunity to stay there so that I have a really good chance to explore, see all the animals. Yeah.
You need a try before you buy, sort of thing.
Yeah. I got the same. Animal Kingdom Lodge. It's really nice it looks really nice, but I've seen the rooms. The rooms look beautiful. Yes, Savannah View, Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yeah.
Ben and Becca?
Oh, I don't know, because they're both in my top 5.
Coronado Springs.
Well, now I've got to ask what the others are.
Ben didn't even miss a beat.
Yeah.
Wilderness Lodge, Polly, and I'm still trying to work out the fifth one. To be fair, possibly Boardwalk.
Ringo.
But I haven't stayed at Riviera yet, so I can't put Riviera as my fifth one.
That's like going to prison. Don't stay.
Boardwalk's good. So which one's?
You can see how booking a holiday can be difficult.
You can see how difficult it is with us.
Ben just decided.
Yeah.
He's like, he's like, you have fun deciding. I'll be at Coronado waiting for you.
I'll be at Three Bridges, and I'll use that golf cart.
I mean, there's something nice about waking up at Jambo House, being in the safari, and with the safari view there. I would want the Savannah view rather. I would want the Savannah view in Jambo.
Animal Kingdom Lodge with the Savannah view, probably in Jambo.
Yeah.
It's right there because you don't have to walk down the hall 3 miles. And then do it at concierge level, so you can take all those little mini peanut butters with you, which is great.
Yeah.
And then, you have Boma right downstairs. You have when you get home, when you get back, welcome home. When you get back, you can go down to Victoria Falls Lounge. You can go down to Cape Town Lounge. You go to Jico. You can go back to Boma. You can take the little shuttle. They'll shuttle you over to
Kidani.
Kidani. You can go to Sanaa.
Something we didn't mention. There is an internal shuttle between Kidani and Jambo if you don't want to walk 10 minutes.
But then at Coronado, there's an internal shuttle cart that takes you from Three Bridges to your room when you've had too much to drink.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
the
that
drink
sounds ideal.
Right.
That sounds perfect.
So you're choosing Animal Kingdom Lodge, Becca?
Yeah, with the Savannah view, I think. I'd have to have the Savannah view.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peace and quiet for a holiday.
Yeah.
But Ben's up at Coronado.
Yeah, but well, Coronado's in my top 5, so I'll be with him anyway.
Sorry, Ben.
We'll do a split stay. It'll be fine.
Mary says the internal shuttle at Animal Kingdom Lodge is super handy, which is different than super handsy.
Yeah. No.
For those just to make that clear.
Yes.
Well, he's very German.
Right.
Actually, Mary has a very good point. The shops at Animal Kingdom Lodge
They are the great.
are really nice,
beautiful.
and they're slightly
They're
better
beautiful.
than.
They're not as good as they used to be, though.
Yeah.
No.
But they are slightly better than the one at Coronado.
You can't get like one of those cool like king robes that they used to sell there, and you can't. They don't have as many like authentic things that they used to have there. Then all the T-shirts that they sell are kind of like the same T-shirts that you can buy anywhere else, and like it's just like so it's been dialed down a lot, I think, but it's still a good gift shop.
I've got some good DVC.
It looks beautiful.
But Coronado, but wait a second, Coronado Springs gift shop, which I don't remember the name of, is pretty darn good too, and they have some.
It's big.
And they have some unique items in there as well, and very nice cast members. So there's that.
Yep, Anna, you can't go wrong Coronado. It's incredible.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you know
see what you guys
what
stay next.
That's next week's show.
So Greg, there may or may not be a picture of me in one of these.
And more clothes as
being
well.
fed
We are,
grapes. It may exist. I may reveal it on Friday. Maybe I'll share it with you on Friday. Yeah.
Wow.
By the looks on Claire's face, she does not want to see this.
No, let's just not.
We'll force
Anyone?
we'll force it.
Do we have to vote beforehand?
Yeah. Just give us some warning before you show it so we can.
A bit like a spoiler warning, just like.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Ben, what are we doing next week?
Do you know what I was going to say? Today's Wednesday, but before we get there, tomorrow's Thursday. Something's going to be out tomorrow, isn't it right, Jason?
No, well, apparently not my robe, but yes, there's going to be a Soundscapes episode. Brand new, out tomorrow. This is a cool one. It's not that they're not all cool, but this one takes us to the queue area, actually the outside queue area of Star Tours, which in Hollywood Studios, which I know some of you don't enjoy riding Star Tours, and so you may not have actually spent that much time in this area. But this area has this incredible ambient soundtrack, which has you kind of immersed in the Ewok village there, and then sort of on the moon of Endor, and it's a really, really cool space that I think it's overlooked and unheard by a lot of people. So that's tomorrow. Soundscapes by Here with the Magic. Thanks for.
So when are we going to have a soundscape of Jason in his robe then?
Well,
that's a different show.
Yeah, probably.
That's the other channel.
We haven't come out with that Patreon level yet.
That's in the planning stage for 2023.
Yeah.
That's right.
Soundscapes for grown-ups.
It's not under the robe. It's just in the. Never mind.
Behind the scenes.
Oh my goodness.
Behind the scenes level of.
And I just want to say hello to Anna, number 2, who's on her holiday in Orlando.
Oh,
we've been counting down with you for months.
We have.
I hope you're having the best time. I'm so glad you got there. For anyone who doesn't know, Anna was actually Millie's key worker at nursery years and years ago. So that's how I know her. And we had lots of conversations about Disney over the few years that Millie was at that nursery. So Anna, I hope you're having the best time. I'm so glad you got there.
And Anna, if you want to share any of your holiday pictures, you can just drop them into the Wafflers Arms.
So or if you want to share some hummus, you just give me a call.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Now I'm hungry. George and Hamilton. Yeah, no, that's the way forward.
Oh dear.
Definitely.
You'll be back.
Yeah. I'm not sure we will after seeing that road picture. What are we doing next week, Ben? Please.
Do you know what? I can't remember what we're doing next week.
That's all right.
All I know is
you can do what you like.
You'll be on holiday. I think we're doing Must Do Hollywood Studios.
Okay. Sounds about right.
So from Toy Story Land, Galaxy's Edge. It's changed a lot over the past few years. So I think there's a lot to talk about on whether things have changed.
Lunch Bay. Oh no, let's not talk about that.
Lunch Bay, which should be turned into.
The slowest
new
Starbucks
restaurant
in the world.
Star Wars Starbucks.
The Trolley Car Cafe, the slowest Starbucks in the world. How many days
one that
of
never
your
gets
life
your order
have you
right.
lost in the Trolley Car Cafe?
Yeah. We've also
I may
just
be able
had
to join. I don't know. So
depends on the Wi-Fi.
Well, it's going to be better than here, so you know. Depends what we're up to. But
we also did have a show out a couple of days ago as well, which was our mid-month Shares a Waffle. Talk about all the clothing that you wear in the Disney parks, Disney bounding and costumes, just in time for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
I listened to that show yesterday. It's not bad.
Oh, thanks.
We're also joined by Robin as well.
Yeah, Robin.
Yeah.
She was fab. It was so lovely to have her with us.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah.
Cool. Are we done?
I
thought we were going to struggle to get through Animal Kingdom Lodge and Coronado. We were worried
very
about
restrained,
it. Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? We've been all right. Been focused, Jill, not restrained.
We
We
spoke
don't talk
about
about
no.
restraints.
We don't talk about restraints, no.
That's another show completely.
Yes, indeed.
If you don't know the reference to that, you need to go back and listen to some of our past episodes.
Absolutely.
That is true. And what I'll do, I will put a link for that in the YouTube description and in...
Thanks, Ben.
That's all right, Claire. You brought it up.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
One of the highlights of 2021.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Talk of YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, or even if you're not, if you haven't head over to our channel, because you can find everything we do here at the Great British Mickey Waffle, and just subscribe. As I think in the past week we've gone from 600 to 612, so we're getting closer.
Thank you all for subscribing and watching.
And if you know someone who'd like it and who doesn't already subscribe, give them a nudge.
If you know someone who wouldn't like it, tell them anyway. We can do it with anybody. We'll take anybody.
Oh, Anna, that
Anna,
is a
how long do you have?
Yeah.
That is a
We
whole
did
other-
Must Do Epcot.
We did a Must Do Epcot a couple of weeks ago.
A couple of weeks
Yeah.
ago. Go back and watch that show. Definitely.
Yeah.
Did I finish the bottle, Patricia? I'm not even finished my glass. There's a whole load more to go. So yeah, I've been I'm being very calm and tempered about it. I'm not going to go and drink it all tonight. I've got to work tomorrow.
Claire, is that a Disneyland Paris glass?
It's not a Disneyland Paris glass.
Because it looked like it was coloured.
It's iridescent. It is iridescent.
Yeah.
All honesty, Peter, it used to have Christmas Mickeys on it, but someone put it in the dishwasher, so it doesn't. Okay. Those glasses that say "Do not dishwash." Well,
there's a reason.
We all do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and Megan, you're right. Correct,
the only rule of Epcot is to do it the right way.
Clockwise is the only
left.
But make sure you stand outside on the steps
and smell Mexico.
Take a nice, refreshing breath, and then now you can enter.
And watch Harmonious and let us know what you think.
And you are allowed to go inside the pyramid at Mexico. It took us about 3 trips to work that out.
Yeah.
What did you think all those people were doing?
There wasn't anyone going in or out. The only thing I noticed, do you remember when that guy was climbing it and got in trouble?
I didn't know that you didn't know that. That's hysterical.
Yeah. No.
You've never
we were there at the time that the guy was climbing the pyramid. And it was the only time when we saw people starting to come out of there.
I was like, oh,
that's so funny.
Yep.
That's so funny. You've never told us that.
Oh, now you know.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I think we need a show about things you've never told us.
I'm sure we've all got some Disney confessions that we wouldn't like everyone to know.
That's true.
Oh, I'm sure.
There you go. That's another show.
Well.
Cool.
And I think on that bombshell, there's just one way to end the show. Waffle on.